What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rad Up All Night or Rad TV, whatever you guys want to say right now. It is late. It is a Tuesday night, and this is a little bit random. I have a lot of videos to record, I have videos to edit, but I wanted to go live. I love doing these live shows. It keeps me accountable, it keeps me extra motivated. I'm more motivated to do these live shows than I am to record and edit, I'll tell you that much. So, I've got cool stuff dropping. I've got something cool dropping tomorrow, but I don't really have much to talk about. I have a lot of ideas, but I'm like, I don't know if any of these would be a good live show. So we can just do something completely random tonight. Let's just hang out, chit chat. If you're in the chat, come say what's up. Ask me something. I don't care what it is. It's late, guys. All the censors have gone to sleep. Ask me what you may. And if it's appropriate, I will answer that question. I do have a couple things I can showcase, I guess. I do have a question I want you guys to help me out with. If anybody's like a big mask collector, I have a question regarding that, that maybe you guys can help me because I'm not a huge mask guy. So I do have a question. I've got some updates coming up in the collection, in the movie room and stuff like that we can talk about. And if you guys are here and you're other content creators, if I don't know that offhand, just let me know and I'll plug your shit, man. So come on, this is for you guys too. I have stuff here. Maybe I'll do a giveaway or something. I don't know, but come hang out. Come say what's up. I'll be here about an hour long because it is late and I have been up since about 3:30 this morning. I did take a little nap though. I took a little nap for about an hour around like 9:30. So I am here and I am ready to rock. So let me know who is in the house right now. The prince is here. What is going on, man? Dynamite Tiger, the man, the myth, the legend, the one responsible for that track you just heard for the Rad Up All Night theme song. Thank you so much for being here, Mike. 8 Dubs says, cheers, my guy. Lots of good stuff delivered this week. Physical media is hitting harder. Physical media is hitting hard, 100%. You know, I have my thoughts on physical media in its current state. Some good, some bad. But yeah, it sure is hitting hard daily, it seems like. Antonis in the house. What's going on, man? Prince asked me, what night delivered the most this past weekend? I'm sure he's talking about WrestleMania. For me, it's night one. Holy shit. I liked night two better as a whole. The stuff with Seth is cool. I'm curious to see where it goes. I like the direction they took last night on Raw. But I kind of predicted that outcome. I wasn't really surprised by it. I said one or two things are going to happen. He's going to join Seth or Brock's going to come back and Heyman's going to leave with Brock. Those were the two predictions I had. One came true. I think night one was a pretty weak card other than that match. Night two was a pretty stellar card. I don't think this WrestleMania is one I'm going to go back to often. It's not one I think is going to be remembered quite a bit. That women's match on night two was something I definitely will go back and watch again. But, you know, I kind of feel like that about a lot of manias. Like when I watch WrestleMania, and I know you guys aren't all wrestling fans here, but I usually watch from like WrestleMania 15 and down. So like after like WrestleMania 2000, I really start getting confused with them. If you guys want to know more about it, we did a full WrestleMania tier ranking where we kind of talked about each WrestleMania and put, you know, where we would put it from great to shit over on the Dead Pit channel if you guys want to go back and check that out. But yeah, that's a little bit of my thoughts on WrestleMania. I've got a super chat coming in. Who we got? Big Mike. Mike coming in. Hold on. You're going to start seeing the chats pop up. Where are you, Mike? Where are you? Big Mike in the house. What is going on, man? Thank you so much, dude, for the super chat. I will hit you up. Speaking of WrestleMania, let's throw this in here for my boy Mike with the super chat to start us off strong here. Thank you, my dude. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the generous gift. I appreciate that. Let's see. I've lost my spot here. Carlos, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here. Fun Bobby, I'm so happy you are here. I love anybody fun or rad that's going to come into the chat. So as long as you're fun, Bobby, I'm happy to have you, man. James, what's up, man? Rad boys for life. We ain't going nowhere. Perry fan knows what is up. I appreciate that, my dude. For life. Magic Hands, what's going on? Vanderhoff is in the house. What's up, dude? I'm just a little late for you, so thanks for popping in. I think the Jericho timer when it hits 10 would be right. I could probably make that happen. Big Rod Tape Rot video. What's going on? I'm not sure if you have a channel, but check out Tape Rot video, guys. And I might have you if people tell me they have a channel or whatever. I'll usually sub to it. But I will be honest, like with my crazy schedule, for me to be able to still create content, I don't get to watch a lot of content anymore. Between we've talked about this, I started, I really went gung ho on starting my own fitness business, both online and in person. I've been doing fitness training and online coaching for it's going to be this year's 20 years, which is wild to think about. I made a full career out of it. I've done very well, but I'm looking to kind of grow in the next step. With more online coaching opportunities and things that come my way. So I've talked about this before. If anybody is interested, I've helped people that watch me on this channel reach out to me, and we've done some online coaching and stuff like that, and put them on a program. And maybe they always wanted to get in better shape, but they didn't really know where to start. They didn't really like the gym environment. They didn't feel comfortable there. But they watch this show and they're like, wow, this dude knows his fitness. This dude likes all the same weird shit I do. I'm going to contact him and I trust him. And at least I feel, like I'm not being judged by someone who doesn't know anything about fitness. So it's kind of worked out pretty well with the combination of the fitness business and being a complete nerd, when it comes to this stuff. People feel like I think the comfort level is there where maybe they're not going to get that somewhere else. So with that being said, it goes back to I've just had so much trouble keeping up with other people's content in 2025 because that's when all this kind of went down. It was kind of like a rush decision kind of thing. So Tape Rod, if you do have of socials, guys, go check him out somewhere. I know Foz Rotten does, so go check out Fozzy Rotten over there. What's up? The power of rad compels me, my boy Foz. I've known Foz for a long time. I mean, we didn't really, know each other until I had the channel, but we were part of the same circles when it came to the Dead Pit, family and whatnot there. So it's so cool to see Fozzy still hanging around. Adrian James, what's going on, man? Let's get rad, says Big Rod. How about Big Rad? You could be like my heater, like my bouncer or my security or whatever. Big Rad. I like that. Oh, Big Rod Reviews. So he might have a channel too. So go check out Big Rod Reviews or Big Rad Reviews. My heater. Blu-ray Addict, what's going on? Antanas asked me if I've seen the I Know You Did Last Summer trailer. I have not. I have not watched any trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ooh, what's a better movie, Rad or Gleaming the Cube? I'm a Rad guy just because I grew up with that as one of my favorite movies, but Gleaming the Cube is a fantastic movie. I'm a big fan of Christian Slater. I was able to meet him once, and I got my True Romance poster signed, but there must have been something really wrong with the pen or marker that I had him sign because his autograph has really kind of faded throughout the years, and it really bums me out, to be honest with you. Uh-oh, A-Dub. Inspired me to get my first one sheet. I got a Minecraft 2. I got 2 Minecraft posters from the local. Excellent, man. That's cool because mine, they're probably hard to get because that movie's killing it. I would have loved to have gotten one myself, but I have a guy that hooks me up with posters at a theater. And I'm telling you, over the last, I'm going to say couple months, it's been like so bare. It's either someone else that works there now, like gets these posters right away and takes off with them, or he said the theaters aren't getting a lot of anymore. Like his theater's doing mostly digital prints, which kind of sucks from the collector standpoint. So the fact that you were able to get 2 Minecraft posters is pretty huge, man. That's awesome. Blu-ray Addict, did I see Ryan Gosling is rumored to be producing a Killer Clowns from? I did see that. He could be the cop. Like he kind of reminds me of the blonde cop guy in that. If he wanted to be in the movie, that'd be pretty cool. I'm kind of down with the clowns, to be honest. Down with the clown. I'm curious to see what they do. I mean, they need to get the Chiodo brothers to at least build the outfits and stuff. Like it can't be too different. I think that's going to be the big problem. Simon, got the Blue Sunshine 4K. It was fantastic. Did you include it in the malls and film video you made? No, I didn't. But I probably should have. I wasn't really thinking about that. Um, but I did include it in a video I just did about overlooked 1970s horror. And I love it. I think the new Blue Sunshine 4K is fantastic. That's a sleeper movie. I've always been a fan of it, and I'm finally glad to see it's got this really cool edition. It's the best it's ever looked. Nice chunky box. And with that being said, knock on wood, the director Jeff Lieberman might be coming on the show and talking about some of his films, including everything that needs to be known about Blue Sunshine. And we're going to talk about his camp slasher and maybe Squirm and stuff like that. So, yeah, stay tuned. It's in the works if you guys are fans of his. Let me see. Alpha, go check out Alpha Romero. You like George Romero? You like his movies? You like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Monkey Shines? You got to go check out Alpha Romero. He is a hardcore Romero fan, and he has really cool content over on the channel. I'm a fan of Alpha, so thank you for being here, my dude. What am I listening to these days? It's funny, man, because like when it comes to music, I'm not really listening to much current stuff. Like I'm so behind on that. Mostly listen to music at work. I tried to catch up on podcasts or on YouTube shows like on my way to and from work on in the car. That's the only time I get to watch anything or listen to anything. So I mean, I'm really into synthwave, obviously. I just saw Time Cop in concert. That was really cool. So I'm digging a lot of the new synthwave stuff. I still go back and listen to 2000s hip hop, 2000s R&B during the days, like my clubbing days. I'll listen to a lot of that. I do listen to like some heavy stuff. I'll go back and listen to, E-Town Concrete. I've been listening to a lot lately. I always really dug them, and they're still killing it too. Always listen to 80s hair metal. I listen to Winger all the time. Skid Row is always on. Def Leppard's always around. And then when it comes to anything modern, I'll go heavier stuff. Like, I dig like Motionless in White and Ice Nine Kills, and I'll go back and listen to things like Atreyu. And again, I'm all over the map, man. The only thing I really never got into was country music. I never really got into that at all. And anything really modern, I really don't know much at all. Maybe like for instance, case in point, Travis Scott was like headline. He's like he's in wrestling right now. And I know him by name, but I didn't really know any of his songs until like he started coming on wrestling and stuff. Same thing with the dude who just did the halftime show there. Like I knew of him, but I didn't really know who he was until that halftime show. So like I'm really kind of behind when it comes to anything modern. Story of my life, I guess. Grievous Angel, what's going on? I hope all is well, G. Finally decided to upgrade from a Panasonic UB420 player to Panasonic Region Free. Yeah, man, I'm not that well versed in all that stuff. I just say, okay, it's a 4K, it's region free, I'll buy it. So as far as like which one's better, I don't really know that kind of stuff. My shit just works, it looks good, and kind of it is what it is. But I do recommend people go region free for sure, especially with the way things are nowadays with all these companies from all over the place putting stuff out. Definitely. But that's cool, man. Blu-ray Addict saying hi to the peeps. Midnight in Space. I like the name, man. What do you think about the Beyond 4K Deluxe Edition having those damn slide-in discs? It's interesting you say that because, and I'm going to put full blame on Dead Pit on this one. I've had this damn Beyond package here for like over a week or two, and it's still in here because we were supposed to do this big unboxing, and Stuntman Mark ordered his late, so it's like he's not going to have his for a while. Uncle Bill already opened his. So then me and Wes were going to do it. And Wes was like, we're a little behind now because we were waiting. Wes just got his like yesterday. So he's like, oh, maybe we'll just watch it and do like a full breakdown on the whole thing. So I don't know. Fuck it. Do you want me to open this right now? At this point, I'll just open this right now. I haven't even seen it yet. All right. Man, I wish I would have made a thumbnail for this Beyond thing. I mean, that's what we're gonna do here, but I'll do it. Again, I originally was waiting on those guys, but they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. All right, so this is the first time I'm seeing this Beyond. Now, I've already talked about this. I have the Beyond twice on DVD. I have it in like a big tin from Anchor Bay. I have it in a standard Anchor Bay. I had the Arrow Blu-ray. I sold it. I do have this Grindhouse Blu-ray. It's fantastic. Cool Blu-ray. If anybody doesn't want to fork over the coin for the 4K from Grindhouse, I'm willing to sell this at a good price. If anybody is interested, just DM me on Instagram or post it in the comment section below after the video is over. If you don't want to fork over the coin for the big guy, because same company, it's got a lot of the same features. Okay. Forgot I got this little damn eyeball in here. I just think this eyeball's a little small. I thought it was going to be a bigger one. Mine's blue, though. You can't really see it. I got a blue eye. That's kind of cool. I see a lot of people getting like orange and stuff. So I got a little blue Beyond eyeball. What I'm going to do with that, I have no idea. All right, let's see this guy here. Very cool. So if you compare the sizing of this to the Blu-ray, I mean it's a lot thicker, baby. It's the old thick guy. Look at that. Let me see. So we got that's a really nice artwork right there. I like the spine. This is Beyond and like these huge letters. Very cool. The back, it's got all the different specs on it. 6 disc, holy shit, deluxe edition, 1 4K, 3 Blu-rays, plus a DVD, plus a CD. Spectacular new 4K scan from original camera negative, the Beyond Composer's Cut. I don't know much about that, so that's definitely one I'm gonna watch for sure. And then it's got 7 Doors of Death. It's got all this other stuff. All right, I should probably be better with how I'm going to open this, but I don't care. I'll just open the whole thing. If I need to, I'll contact Katana and get a protector for this thing. But very cool. It's got the same kind of feel as like an Arrow box. Slide this out. Inside, you've got the book, Lucio Fulci. And it's just got all different stuff in here about the movie. I'm excited to watch this again, actually. I haven't watched The Beyond in maybe like 5 years, maybe. So I'm kind of excited to check this out again. All right, this is cool, though. It comes in this really neat book. Like, this thing, like, feels really, really cool. Oh, I see what you're saying. So these are all in these sleeves, aren't they? That's like some old school, like, Friday the 13th shit. Look at this. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the way these are housed in here for such a deluxe edition, but I do like the book concept. So I guess I can let it slide. Speaking of that, these things are going to be sliding around in here. I hope they don't get scratched up. But you got this picture. I like that. This is the theatrical version and composer's cut. Theatrical version, composer's cut on Blu-ray. The extra disc. More extras. 7 Doors of Death. And the composer's cut, the soundtrack. And then you got some cool stuff here. I mean, presented very well. But I get what you're saying about the sleeves. You don't see that a lot anymore, which is good because it's not the best way to do it. But the Beyond, I'm actually very excited to dive into this thing for sure. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'll go back to you guys. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out this week because I know we're gonna do a big video, me dead bit, on the breakdown of that. If you guys remember, we did a video similar with Maniac 2, aka the last horror movie. We're gonna kind of try to set it up similar as that. Let me see. Antonis, I need to buy 2025 physical movie. I've not bought a single movie that came out this year. I mean, it's not crazy, dude. I've been really, I've been really kind of taking it down a little bit with my purchases too. For many reasons. Obviously, it's just a lot of re-releases that I'm not really the biggest fan of. It is what it is. Some people might need certain things because they weren't there to get them getting. I get it, but for me, if I've got it, a lot of the times I'm going to probably skip out on it. It's just too many right now for me to justify. Here and there, I'm going to snag them, but I'm chilling out a little bit when it comes to certain things. I almost didn't buy that Beyond because I had this one and I'd only watched this one once. So I was like, what's the point? I need that. And then I get a little FOMO because, Wes is a salesman and he's like, it's going to sell out. You're going to regret it. And I bought it. But yeah, I hear you, man. Let me see. I am way behind. Maya, what's up, man? What up, Will? How are you, my dude? Brad is in the house. Ride or die, baby. Rad or die, baby. I saw Ari Aster's coming on the new movie Eddington. Could be cool. Oh wow, I don't even know what it's about. So it takes place during 2020. Interesting. I mean, that just doesn't intrigue me because, like, I don't know. I'd rather him set it in a time period that I like. 2020. It's like, what are we gonna do? What up, Staunch? Oh, my package is on the way soon. I'll definitely take a package from Staunch, man. It's always going to have some goodies in there. Go check out Staunch TV, my boy. Go check him out over there. Big Corey guy. He's a big Feld dog. If you haven't seen our episode on Corey Feldman's, history of his 90s movies, you want to go check that out. Staunchy comes on with us and talks about it. Oh, you worked on it, Simon? That's pretty cool, man. I haven't seen anything. I've heard the name, but I haven't seen any kind of trailers or read anything on it. My man, Ela. Let's see. Scotty Zepp, what's up, man? What up, Night 90? What up? Where are you? I just saw you. What up, Rob? Yeah. Oh my god. I was born into it, man. But the thing is, you can be born rad, but you got to stay rad too. That's the key. As we get older, like a lot of times people start to become less rad, but the key is to stay rad as you get older. That's the key. That's what I can help people with. Oh, you got Murder Rock Drop Zone Crowd to Basic Instinct. I'm kind of interested in that Basic Instinct Steel book. It's just that Lionsgate really kills you with their pricing. So I don't know. I would like to have it. I'll probably grab Drop Zone. Career Opportunities, I'm perfectly fine with my Kino Blue. And Murder Rock, I just bought that on Blu-ray or 4K from like Severin or whatever. Somebody put it out recently, so I'll probably not snag that again. Chris C, Slasher Nerd. What's up, man? Go check out Chris C, the Slasher Nerd over there. Thanks for being here, Chris. I appreciate that. Thrashing or Airborne? It's funny. I would always say Thrashing. I love Thrashing, but I only watched Airborne for the first time. Like, we did an episode on the Rad Pack podcast about extreme movies, Rad, Airborne, Thrash, and all that stuff. So I had actually watched it for the first time. I don't know how it passed me by, but I ended up buying the DVD, watching it. I loved it. So if you ask me which one I like better, man, I don't know now. I guess I'll still go with Thrashing, but Airborne is fantastic. Bro, I got a box of Fago. Mel sent me a box of Moon Mist Fago, that little juggalette. She sent me some. I have some right in the other room. We don't have that here. They don't sell that here. Oh, there we go. Here's some more Down with the Clowns, baby. I'm way behind. Satan's Little Helper. I love that movie. I actually did a video talking about that. You can go check back in the archives. Ooh, which board are laid to rest? I like them both. Very different. I guess I would choose Witchboard. I love Witchboard. Blu-ray Addict, here is the problem, right? Here is an issue I'm having. And this is what I'm talking about, not upgrading certain things, maybe upgrading certain things. I'm a weird collector, This release actually kind of pisses me off, to be honest with you, because May just came out from Second Sight in a beautiful edition, which I bought. Um, and now Vestron's going to release it here in the States in Blu-ray. And I'll give a shout out to Matt Ryan Tobin, who did the artwork for this new title for Vestron. It looks great. My boy. I bought May from Vestron because I have all the Vestrons. So for me to miss out on one and then not get a slip for it, or like, I needed to get it. Like, I'm going to see what it looks like when it gets here. I'm going to compare it to the Second Sight. And to be honest, if there's not that much different between the two, then I'll probably sell the Second Sight one. It's a nicer edition, sure. But, if it doesn't dwarf this thing with features and stuff like that, I may sell the Second Sight one just because I need the Vestron one. Like, it's one of the only physical media lines that I have every single one so far. I can't mess that up. So again, that's just my weird brain when it comes to how I collect and the aesthetic of my collecting. Like, I don't have all the Second Sights. I'll never get all the Second Sight movies. So for me to lose May out of my Second Sight collection isn't as much of a big deal as if I lost a Vestron title. As weird as that is, but that's just how my weird brain works right now. All right. I know you're a big wrestling fan, but honestly, I think they blackballed CM Punk. There's no way they will let him. Oh, no. CM Punk is going to get the belt. CM Punk is not the same CM Punk that we once knew. I was saying this to somebody the other day. He has done a complete 180 since he came back to the company. That dude seems generally happy. He looks healthy. It seems like he's gotten really professional. I think CM Punk is actually a weird situation where, for a guy who totally shit on everybody in the company for so long, might end up becoming part of that company after he retires. So, for instance, like, he could be Shawn Michaels' right-hand man in NXT. When Shawn Michaels is all done, someone's going to need to take that role. What a better guy that knows the business, like a CM Punk, to do that. Now, do I think there's other people that have been more loyal to the WWE that could deserve that position? Absolutely. Absolutely. But CM Punk knows his shit. He knows how to get over. He's a good worker. So again, I think that CM Punk is really all in on WWE right now. So I think he's definitely going to see that title. E-Town, baby. Roman and Punk might end up teaming up. Back and forth, the trouble consumes us all. Of course, dude. I love Atreyu, man. What up, Robert? Oh, Autopsy, great movie, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. You know what's funny? Well, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace for your father. It's never good. It's one of those things. I think as we start getting older, we see that window closing, and it's a little scary. So, man, that sucks. Very, very sorry to hear that. And I understand totally. If you grew up in country, it's got to have a special place in your heart. Country music didn't exist here. Like, I mean, it was there, but it was on like a random channel on TV. Like, nobody listened to it. It was one of those things when you were in school, like, a way to diss a kid would be like, yeah, you like country music. And everybody would laugh at them. Like, it literally was not a thing here until very recently, over the last 10, 15 years. So I mean, that's why I just never was into it, because it wasn't anything that was ever part of my life here. The furthest into country music that I ever heard growing up was Achy Breaky Heart. That's it. It just wasn't here. And even when you went to like music stores, it was buried in a back corner in like a small section. Like no one ever went over there. American Ninja are best of the best franchise wise. Well, best of the best needs a damn upgrade. That's for damn sure. Um, I'd say as a franchise, probably American Ninja. I do love best of the best though. I only know the first two. I don't even know if there's more than that. Oh, I'm way behind. You guys are telling me to open the damn thing. Hold up, hold up. Um, yeah, it was not. What's up, man? Go check out Dream Emulator. Thanks for being in here, dude. He's a local. This is a local guy. I might be hanging out with him in a month. We'll be going to see Death Spa. Death Spa with Hillary Banks. Might go be seeing that. But yeah, it was it is a cool design with the book, but I agree it's not the best way to house these things on a edition that was like, what was that, like $80 or something? I did get the House of Doom box set. Oh, you're talking to Chris. Sorry. And what's up, man? What is it? Go check out Dream Emulator. So thick, dude. Oh, you got the blue eyeball too? Wilkie! Go check out Corey over there. Wilkie's Movies and Music. Go check him out. He's always doing stuff over on that channel. Thanks for being here, dude. You got a purple eyeball. Purple's like my favorite color, man. Hell yeah. Does it really? I'm curious to see that for sure. It's always cool to, like, as weird as it is, it's always fun for me to go and watch movies that have something different like that, like either a different score or obviously additional footage it built in, or even when things are color corrected. I may not like it better, but it's always interesting to go see a different take on a movie I've seen so many times. Oh, you had a dent in yours, man? Terrible. Terrible. Chris said, stab the like, then GTS, the subscribe button. I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's a free, easy way to support the channel, the content, me. It doesn't cost you anything. You just hit the subscribe button, check out the old videos. If it's something you dig, hang around, come hang with us on the live. Everybody rocks and rolls in here. And if not, then unsub and take off. But like the stream if you're having a good time in here. I'm going to try to get to as many people as I can here. Robert says, do you own the Arrow? And I do, man. It's actually right there on the top shelf right there. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually a low key, like, big fan of Empire and Full Moon and all that stuff. A lot of the older stuff I'm really digging. And that's another thing too. I'm going to do a video about all my Full Moon Blu-rays and stuff because I love the Umbrella Fright box that they did at the Demonic Toys. They did a whole video talking about it. The Demonic Toys set, all that stuff, and my history with that movie. I love that edition. I was like, this is awesome. Like, I get everything in here. It's beautifully packaged for this movie. And they just announced Fright Box 2. Now, I don't feel the same way about Fright Box 2. I've got all those movies already on. It's like I have them all on Blu-ray, and it's a Blu-ray set. So it's like I'm not going to double dip on all this stuff. So the movies in there are good. Seed People's good. I did a whole video on Seed People. What else is in there? Like, is it Shadow Zone? Is that what it's called? Which is good. Puppet Master's in there. Obviously, that's good. But I have all those Blu-rays already. So I'm definitely not buying that new edition because I've got everything in there on Blu-ray. I don't know if there's like extra features, but I don't really need that for the price. So it was kind of a weird decision that they made to do it that way. I thought maybe if they did a part 2, they would have picked something that maybe we haven't seen yet upgraded. But yeah, that's what I thought as soon as I saw that. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting this thing. What up, John Doe Juggler? Go check out John Doe Juggler. We're just talking about some Moon Mist, baby. Go check out his channel over there. Let me see. Mayor doesn't like it either. He doesn't like the way that they house those things. 100% they could get scratched for sure. Speaking of packaging, Kino slipcovers are getting better and thicker. Basic Instinct had a plastic slipcovers over it. Nice to see. Yeah, I like the plastics over the slips. I'll be honest, I don't throw away, but I don't display any of my Kino slipcovers. Just for aesthetic purposes. Let's see. Kevin wants to know, am I an Apple or Android? I am an Apple user. Lay Duress is great. Tailfin, what's up, man? Yeah, Bump of the Night's great. 100%. It's a fun movie. Whoa, Airborne Facebook group got me an autograph Shane poster. Wow. That's sick, dude. You know what else is funny is I had to order this through the Lionsgate, and that was another question. Like I went on Amazon, May was not there. Usually I got all my Vestrons at Walmart or Amazon cheap. So this was like a little bit more expensive. It was like 24 bucks, which kind of sucked, but I'm not sure if they're going to keep the Vestron line to the website now. That's what it looks like. I didn't want to take any chances, so I bought it. I don't know that answer. It almost seems like they are going to leave it to the website, which kind of sucks because now they're going up in price and all this other stuff. As far as right now, that's the only place I could find it. David, thanks for being here, dude. I've seen some of your one-sheet posters you posted on the Facebook groups and on Dead Pit. We'd love to see more of your movie poster. Yeah, I mean, there's one. So if you go into my archive, I definitely did a movie poster video with Dead Pit. I do have more. It's just they're hard to display to showcase. Follow me on Instagram at Born to Be Rad. I always post different posters because sometimes I'll switch them out in the frames and stuff. Sometimes I'll unfold them on the floor and put a picture up. But yeah, I mean, I have tons of them. I would love to do a video on them. I'm always looking to get more. But like I said, it's just very hard to open them and display them and whatnot. But yeah, keep your eyes on the stuff and you'll definitely see some more poster stuff for sure. Let's see. Yo, Brian Goes Blue and Coco too. Go check out Brian Goes Blue. Yo, this dude. If you ever saw Brian Goes Blue in person, your jaw would drop. Jaw would drop. You saw Brian Goes Blue. He should be Brian Goes Rad and be my heater, to be honest with you. He should be the bodyguard. I already bought Freaky Tales, man. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, Freaky Tales, and I can kind of get into movies right now, but what's up, Brian? So Freaky Tales is a movie that just came out. It actually comes out on Friday on VOD. Freaky Tales right now is my favorite movie of 2025. I interviewed the directors and the writers of Freaky Tales on this channel. If it's something you want to check out, we don't spoil it, but we talk about the movie, the process of how they decided to make it, what was the writing process, where did this concept come from. Very cool interview with them. So definitely go check that out on my channel. I did that a couple weeks ago. And during the interview, I talked to them about physical media, and they said, oh, we're going to do a Blu-ray release, but it's going to be coming in a VHS case from Lionsgate. So they kind of dropped, I think it was the first time they've really talked about it because I edited it a little bit and they said, oh, should we say something? She's like, yeah, it comes out soon. So, yeah, so it was kind of an exclusive to that interview. And Lionsgate just announced it today. And of course, I bought it. Number one, I love the movie. Number two, if you know the movie, the VHS only makes sense. So I'm really happy to see this get a cool edition. I heard a lot of people talk about Sinners being really good. It was not even on my radar, but I'm actually really curious about it now. But as of right now, 2025, Freaky Tales is my favorite. Now, I haven't seen a ton of new movies, but I was thinking about this before I went on, of maybe doing like a list of like my favorites this year that I've seen. Freaky Tales is one. Marshmallow is another one. That's a camp slasher. We did another interview with the director there on the Rad Pack podcast channel. If you guys aren't subscribed over there, that's one of my favorites. I actually just watched Hard Eyes the other day, and I actually liked it a lot more than I was expecting. I thought I was going to hate it. I've heard mixed things, but I actually really enjoyed it. I had issues with some of it, but I think as a whole, I was entertained with it. It felt a little too Scream to me. I kind of liked like some people had the issue with the rom-com aspect of it. I kind of didn't mind it because it was setting itself apart from other slashers we've seen before. But I think at the end with the reveals and stuff, it just felt very Scream, like not old Scream, but like new Scream. And that's kind of was like I was a little bit kind of like, I wish they would have taken a different route with the way they kind of ended this thing. Thought the killer looked cool, but I actually do think I would recommend Hard Eyes, but I know it really did get mixed reviews with a lot of people. But with that being said, I also watched another movie that I didn't like at all, which I feel like most people really enjoyed. And that was Companion. I thought for sure A24. I was like, oh, I kind of dig the concept. I didn't like it. I didn't. I just kind of thought it was like to me, like nothing happened. Like it wasn't like mind blowing. Oh wow, this is so different. I was just kind of like and I actually didn't care for it so much that as soon as I bought the 4K, I ended up just sending it to Mel because I knew she liked it. I don't even want it in the collection. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't vibe with it at all. But that was one that I actually was pretty disappointed with. But as a whole, when I think about 2025, I'm like, so far we've gotten a lot of cool horror movies in 2025. I saw another one at Panic Fest called Don't Let the Cat Out. Thought it was awesome. Saw another one at Panic Fest called Straight On Till Morning. I thought that was very cool as well. So yeah, there's been a bunch of pretty cool ones. And what's funny too is I'm also finding myself more of a fan of the Wolfman movie than I was when I first saw it. So I know that one got kind of shit on, but I'm actually kind of enjoying that one. There's obviously things I would change about it, but as a whole, I kind of dug it. But yeah, and I know that's probably a little bit of a hot take as well. But long story short, I did get the Freaky Tales release, Brian, but I figured, since we were talking about modern 2025 things, I figured I'd throw that out there. Dark Room reviews. What is going on, man? House of G fam, what's up, man? Death Spa, baby. Mike's Horror Corner. Check out Mike's Horror Corner. Waiting for 4K release of Spookies and Magic. I love Magic. I don't even. Does that even have a Blu-ray? I only have Magic, I think, on DVD still. Is Spookies a 4K? Spookies might be a 4K, no? Or is it just a Blu-ray? I have the one from Vinegar Syndrome. I don't remember if it's a Blu-ray or 4K. I have Shock 'em Dead. Speaking of that, I will be doing a list of my favorite heavy metal horror movies. So keep your eyes open for that. I do have the Shock 'em Dead Blu-ray right there because that's on my list, actually. Blue Bonnet. What's going on? Thanks for being here. I love Brain Scan. Happy anniversary to Brain Scan. Horror Collections 13 in the house. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Yeah, 100%. Old Empire, Full Moon, very, very cool. Do I like Toby Hooper's The Funhouse? When did I just talk about this? I just talked about this movie. Did I do a show on this? Oh yeah, I did. Midnight. Go check out my live stream I did last week on my top 10 movies from 1981, and you'll hear what I have to say about Funhouse. Let me see. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my spot here. Sorry. What up, Mayan? Thanks for being here, kid. Shadow Zone is one of my all-time favorite tagline. In space, no one can hear you scream. In Shadow Zone, that's all you can hear. Yeah, Shadow Zone's cool. Christian, what's up, man? I do collect action figures. I've been trying to bring it down a little bit. I've been collecting action figures my whole life. So like right in front of me is a ton of action figures. So if you're new to the channel, one thing I would say, number one, I did a whole NECA Jason ranking. So I have all the NECA Jason stuff. Go to my room tour part 2. It's called the Epic Movie Library Tour. And you actually get to see what I'm looking at right now, which is just full of figures. With that being said, I did recently just get this. Anybody knows who this guy is? I just got that. I just got those NECA Halloween, Friday 13th. I'm gonna do a separate video on those because I do have more NECA related content I want to talk about. But yeah, I do collect figures, but I've been trying to really narrow down what I'm collecting because I'm looking in front of me. It's like, man, I was collecting so many like Mattel wrestling figures. I've really stopped with that. I'm only doing like some NECAs now, Ninja Turtles the movie, and then I've been doing a lot of these Heel and Faces ones, which represent like they remind me of just the old Hasbros that I grew up with. Actually, there might be something else here. I just got this one too. So I was another fan of the WCW Galoobs when I was growing up, and I just got this. The shit that companies are doing now are insane, dude. So this is PN News in that Galoob style. So you can put him right in with your Galoob stuff from the back in the 90s, and he fits right in. It's incredible to see the kind of shit we're getting now. It's wild. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I do. Am I a truck or car guy? I've always had a car. I never had a truck. I'm not an anti-truck guy. I actually wouldn't mind having one. All Murdered Out sounds great. Dodge Chargers. My first car was a Dodge Daytona, 1988 Dodge Daytona. It was all souped up, had the T-tops. I used to run and like jump in that thing. I kind of wish I still had it, to be honest with you. And when you go back and you look up like the Dodge Daytona commercial from like 88, it was so 80s, dude. It's like, I was like, holy shit. It's like the coolest car commercial back in the day. That was my first car. Had the cool like flip up lights and stuff in the front. I drive currently a Lexus IS F Sport right now, which is a car. That's my current car. It is kind of a dirty move, dude. 100% dirty move because the one thing everybody liked about Vestron was you got so much for your money. And now that they're sneaking them onto the site for like $10 more plus shipping, it is kind of a dirty move. I agree, man. Robert, I might go to Connecticut Harfest. I may. To be honest, like I don't care much about the Terrifier cast. I've gotten everybody I need from Terrifier as far as autographs. So like I don't need to go there. Like the guest list has to be a little better for me. I'm not far from it. I could easily go, but I just looked at the guest list and I was like, it's not that great. I will be at Silver Scream Con. I actually was able to, so Silver Scream Con is one of my favorite conventions around here. And I'm going to be doing press there this year for Silver Scream Con, which is a huge, cool opportunity because that's like the biggest con horror-wise out this way. So I'm excited for that this year and kind of see how that goes. But that's the next big one I'm going to be at. But I might hit some of the small ones up before that. Maybe Chiller's this weekend. I'm not going, but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at the guest list again. I wouldn't mind hitting up Connecticut Harfest though. Yeah, dude, I love Umbrella, really do. It's just a lot of the stuff I like, it's expensive. So, I haven't bought a ton of it this year, but I do have something really cool on the way that I think I'm going to get early from Umbrella that I can't wait to show you guys because it's something I've talked about a little bit throughout the years. And it's something that not many people are familiar with that I want to really help bring out to my audience and other people that are into the genre that I think is going to be really cool. Yeah, I bought it. I bought the Steelbook, 4K Steelbook. Yeah, I agree. That was my biggest issue. The end of Hard Eyes was the reveal was very lackluster to me. John Doe liked it. Chris liked it. Wow, I'm surprised. I know a lot of people didn't. B Maga, what's up, man? I haven't seen Founders Day yet. I have not. What up, Anthony? Anthony, what's your YouTube? Resident Evil what? Promote it in here, dude. Cena and Orton going at it next. I'm fine with it. It's been long enough. Part of me thinks maybe Orton's gonna take it. I don't know. I don't know. Orton's. I feel like Orton needs it one more time. And I know most people are like, oh, Orton Cena again, but they're kind of a different Orton Cena now. I don't think it's going to be match of the year, but I think from a star standpoint, it still works. And it's just backlash, so it's not that big deal. Yeah, Magic's the move with Anthony Hopkins. Who my favorite pro wrestlers that I've been watching. So as a kid, I was always a big fan of Ultimate Warrior. He was my first favorite wrestler as a kid. I really dug Bret Hart when I was a kid. Brian Pillman and Shawn Michaels. Those are probably like my big four that I grew up with that I really loved. Oof, top five hardcore bands. Here's the thing, Dustin. I just don't know, like, I could say a bunch of bands that I really like, and people be like, that's not hardcore, right? So it's hard to really put somebody in that category. Like Hatebreed would obviously be one, Madball would be another one. I liked Strife. They didn't, I mean, they were only around for a couple albums. Earth Crisis, I was really into. E-Town Concrete, I like. Some people might say that's not hardcore. I don't know. Candaria was another one I really liked. I don't know if people consider that hardcore or not. Um, so it's a tough question because I don't know. There's so many different levels or pieces to the hardcore genre. What people looking at? Are you looking at things like Sick of It All, Shut Down? Like I don't know, but a couple bands I really loved are the ones I just mentioned. I liked Hard Eyes. I actually thought Hard Eyes was a lot better than I was anticipating. Um, Spookies and Magic on Blu-ray only. The Real Collectors knows. I know Vinegar Syndrome released Spookies. I don't know who released Magic. I did get the Pam Voorhees NECA, yeah. The only thing I got was the Michael Myers Part 6. Planet Toyd, what's up, man? More NECA content. Yeah, I actually was gonna do a showcase of those two new NECAs I got. I could do like kind of I could do anything NECA. I have a lot. And then I was thinking about doing like maybe, my 5 most wanted NECA figures because there's some that I missed out on that I would love to get my hands on. So I mean, I was thinking about something like that too. I know I'm not gonna get it. I like Chopping Mall, but I'm all set with my Vestron's fine. You're gonna be at Connecticut Horror Fest, are you? Sunday. I'll have to look at the sheet again, see what the lineup looks like. Oh hell yeah! Van Halen show in a Dodge Daytona. I love Halen, and I had a Daytona. That sounds like a great night to me. Yeah, Ben, you should try to get to some for sure. I haven't checked that one out yet. I will have to look at it. Let me see. Deer Hunter says Umbrella's releasing the Thai horror classic Shudder on Blu-ray next. Are they really? I remember that movie. Did they? I'll have to check my email. Go check out Norin Rad. He's another rad dude. Forte Christ. And I would wait on that, pal. I mean, I guess it depends. I had the DVD, so for me, it wasn't a big deal. But I kind of shit on that release last time because I grew up a huge Godzilla fan, right? Like tons of VHS tapes. And what one was one of the reasons I loved Godzilla so much was not only just the cheesiness of the looks, I love the monsters. To me, it just felt like pro wrestling, but with these giant monsters. And I always found fascinating was the dubbing. I always found the dubbing was so much fun to watch a lot of those old school Godzilla movies. And the fact that Criterion came out with this, and I was like, all right, sick, like 4K Godzilla, I'm all in. But they don't have any dubbing. I was so pissed because I'm just like, like the DVD had it, and that's what I loved about some of those classic Godzilla movies. And I was kind of bummed out that they didn't take that route with those. Um Salute. I don't know what that is. The Scream Box 2, is that the full moon one? If it is, I'm not getting it. Um, I don't know if the Fall of Troy, like, sounds familiar, but I don't know if I know them. I mean, I got out of the scene. I was really heavy into the scene until maybe, like, early 2000s. So if anything came out afterwards, I may have missed it. Like, I remember, like, Diecast. Fall of Troy does sound familiar, but I'm not too familiar with it. I saw that. I'm excited anything Friday the 13th. What's up, kid? Go check out Draculina Horror over on the IG. Thanks for being here, kid. You want some NECA content, do you? We could probably make that happen. I can't come to Monster Expo. I would love to see you more than anything. But man, like, what do you got? 4 guests over there? Come on. We gotta get some more meat on the bone over here. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I would I honestly wouldn't mind going to see Tommy Jarvis and have him sign a picture that says that calls Wes a pussy. That I actually thought about doing. I don't know. I don't know if I can get over there. It's not enough meat on the bone for me to drive up there. But I would love to see you, of course. Let's see. B Maga says I'm happy that we're finally getting some Friday the 13th. He's not a fan of prequels. Um, I think I'm only okay with it because it's a prequel, to be honest with you, because I want to see I still want to see movies. Like, I want to see sequels, or I don't know. I hate to say reimaginings or remakes or anything like that, but if they're going to do a show, like I said this before, if they do it kind of like Bates Motel, I can kind of get behind it because that was a pretty fun show. I just don't want to get burned out on Jason the same way I didn't continue to watch the Chucky show because I didn't want to get burned out on Chucky in case they came out with stuff later. So I'm kind of happy that it is. I'm just curious the way it goes. Dude, Godzilla vs. King Kong was the first Godzilla movie I ever owned as a kid. I ever owned. I actually was thinking about doing a video on my history with Godzilla, and because I still have all my old tapes and stuff. They were a big part of my childhood. Magic was. I have the DVD from Dark Sky, but I do not have the Blu-ray. Win me over, buddy. What else is gonna be there? Like, I've got everything. What else is gonna be there for me? Just you? How far is it for me? Awesome vendors. All right, I'm gonna have to look at the site and see what kind of vendors are over there. I'll see how far it is from me. It's in New Hampshire, though, isn't it? I have not seen Sinners. I don't spoil this shit for me because it wasn't even on my radar, but now I really want to see it. Please shut up. No, what's up, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wouldn't mind seeing. Oh, I'll look it up the distance. I'll look up the distance, buddy. Maybe Sunday. Actually, I don't know. Mate. So that brings me to my next thing. I said I was going to talk about updates. So my goal is to do another room tour, an updated room tour. That was probably my most watched video on my channel, is the room tour video. So I have updated a lot of stuff since that video, more for the purposes of I needed more shelf space, or I got some lights for my posters and all this other stuff. So I was thinking about maybe doing another updated version, not as long, maybe like a smaller version of some of the updates. But yeah, so it's gonna be tough. So this Saturday I have plans. It's like an Easter thing that didn't happen last week, kind of thing. And then Sunday, I'm getting delivered custom shelves that are going to go in the movie room that are going to be like, it's almost going to kind of be like movie store shelves that are going to go in the middle of the room. It's actually going to take place of where my old desk was that I did the show. So if you watch my old videos, you know where my first studio backdrop was. there's still a desk there, and I'm gonna take the desk out and I'm gonna put some shelving there in the middle of the floor, kind of like I said, a video store, with those middle aisles type thing, because I just need probably one more shelving space. To be honest, I say this all the time. This has to be it. Like I literally have no other place to store stuff. So this is going to be the final. And then whatever I end up not fitting in there in time, I just got to get rid of, probably start selling some stuff because it's just too much. But that's what's coming on Sunday. So I don't know if I can leave. Let me see. Sorry, guys. And what do you mean just no, no, I'm saying just you. That's the only reason I'd want to go. Just you. I appreciate you, man. You know that. Thanks, man. That's the goal, right? Like I don't want to have a cluttered space. I don't. So I've got to make do with making sure that doesn't happen. I want this to be a place where if someone comes over, they're like, holy shit, this is nice. Like, it's not like, holy shit, you have a lot of stuff and I can't really walk around. So that's the difference, right? I have to finagle a way where things still look really sharp and clean and slick and stuff like that. So it will save me a lot of trouble because I already see things starting to pile up again. But this shelving unit's going to hold quite a bit of stuff. So I think I'll be good for a long time. Let's see. Dude, Scream 96 is from my town. I drove by the video store. It's been empty for years. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like a video store. It's just like it's going to be like an aisle shelf in the middle of the floor. That's the only real difference. They're being built, baby. Spring cleaning. I got to do that. But again, I will check and see Monster Expo how far that is for me. And if it's not far, then I could probably try to make it work if I'm not there all day. But I will check for sure. But gang, I've been on here for an hour, which was my goal. You guys have been super active in the chat. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Keep your eye on the channel because, again, I'm putting out a video tomorrow. Pretty cool video that you guys might want to check out. You might tell me I'm an idiot after you watch it, but it's all good. But check that out. Check out some of the ones I just put out. People have been liking the lists. I just did one on the 70s. People are liking a lot of my physical media nostalgia stories. Go check those things out. Go subscribe to the Rad Pack podcast on YouTube and on all audio platforms. And guys, keep supporting the channel. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. This is Garrett at Born to be Rad. And like always, stay